Hi everyone. Welcome everyone to this session. Today we would be talking about our latest Auditee app which has been launched. So we also have a Q&A section which has been open, and if you have any queries you can always write to us. So as I mentioned, today we would be talking about a new Auditee app which has got launched. I request Mr. Santosh, who's our product manager, to product head, to talk about this application and features about this. Post that we will go through the product demo.
So Ramya will get started straight away. Okay, so let the rest of the attendees come in. So you all know, hi everybody. Really happy to have you on this session. So today we are going to talk to you about the new Auditee app. So you all know what Audit 360 is all about. It is a fully digitalized audit management solution with a mobile application, and one of the very few such audit management solutions that can offer a mobile app to the auditors. Now, what we have come up with is an app for the auditees, and that is a first in the world. At least to the best of our knowledge. I mean, we can move the slide. At least to the best of our knowledge, there is no other audit management solution that offers a mobile app to the auditees. It makes a lot of difference to have an app for the auditees. The auditees have to accept the audit or the individual observations. They have to resolve the observations. All of this, that's not their first priority. That is one of their priorities among many things that they have to do. And in many industries, many sectors, many domains, the job role of auditee is such that they have to keep moving around. They have to keep traveling, maybe within the city, outside the city. So what this leads to is a delay in response from their side, whether it is on the sign off or it is on the issue resolutions. It takes a lot of time from their end. Then what that leads to is a delay in the overall audit cycle. So the internal audit team is not able to complete their audit cycle as per plan. That is where the app comes in. Ramya, I think we can go to the next slide. So what we have is a new Auditee app that is now live in both Play Store and App Store. And we are offering this app to you on a free preview until the 15th of February. Conceptually, the Auditee app is a paid app. The license and other details you will be able to get from your respective relationship managers, or you can write into reach us at audit360.in. We will come back to you with the licenses, the cost. But having said that, for the during the preview period, the usage of the app is free. Currently, the app is available on a online mode. The offline features are currently not available. But once the preview ends, we will be adding the offline features as well. We will come back with a timeline for adding the offline features. Now, coming to what we have in store for today, we will be focusing on the app and its usage. What we will do, we'll try and show you two used cases for two different domains in terms of introducing the app. And after that, we will give you a walkthrough of all the different modules that are there in the app. And at the end, as usual, we'll take questions, all the questions that you may have during the session, as well as towards the end. You can add in the Q&A window. Now, a couple of points about this mobile application. One, it brings a new design to the app. This is a design language that we will be keeping for the Auditors app as well. That's something that is work in progress. We'll soon be revamping the Auditors app. So this is a new design concept on which we have started working, and the Auditors app will also reflect this new design concept. The second point is technologically we are stepping up the game. So currently the Auditors app, the existing Auditors app is made on Ionic 3. And this Auditee app, and obviously the new Auditors app that comes out sometime later, will be on Ionic 5. So the app that you are seeing is on the latest stable version of Ionic, the platform on which the app is built, and that is Ionic 5. Now, I hand over this session to Ramya to take you through the used cases and the screen walkthrough of Audit 360. Over to you, Ramya.
Yeah, thanks, Santosh. Thanks for introducing such a wonderful application to us. And I'm very sure that it would be a great use for all the Auditee users. So let's talk about the use cases. So first use case in one of the leading microfinance industry, one of the area manager who's always busy on field, where most of his time he has to accompany the field officer, go attend most of the processes like CGT, pre-disbursement, most of the processes related to the center meetings. He also attends the center meeting. In his busy schedule, what we have seen is that he's always on field for close to first half of his work, and he starts with his field work, and then very late time he comes to the branch. Once he only comes to the branch, he starts using the you start using the desktop or a laptop and start responding to his operational activities, start responding to the audit observation. But what we found from use of this application, that one of the area manager was able to give a timely response for all the audit observation. So let's see how he was able to do that and how useful it was and how user friendly the application is. Let me show the first use case. To start with, we'll be talking about where you would find this application in Play Store. So all the Android users on the Play Store, you can search for Audit 360 Auditee. You will be able to, you will get the application on the Play Store. You just need to install this application. And like how all other auditor application works, you just have to enter your domain name to enter to the respective login. So let's move on to the application login. So we have a domain. Once you come to the application, this is the login page. The login has the username and password to be provided. We have a I button which you can see the password as well. Let us put the password for now. And then we have an authentication. We have introduced a CAPTCHA on mobile login. So our auditor application, like Santosh mentioned, that we have used advanced technology and advanced features has been used in the application. We have a CAPTCHA to enter, and we also, in case if the CAPTCHA is not very clear, we have a refresh button which can be clicked, and we can have a refreshed CAPTCHA also coming in. So then after you give the login details, we click on continue. Once you give on continue, it takes you to the next. We have kept a two-way authentication where after your login ID and password, there is an OTP which gets triggered on your registered email ID, and on those OTP has to be entered into the application for you to get logged in into the access to the features what we have for Auditee application. So we entered the OTP successfully. Now you could see this is a landing page of Auditee application. The landing page has got a dashboard which gives you an information on how many audits are there in your queue, in your sign off process, and how many audit issues are there in the login where you could have already resolved or yet to be resolved, lot of activities to be done. So the landing page has a welcome note, and then you have a messages below. So let us straight away go to the use case where we were talking about the area manager who was being able to give the responses here. So area manager, if like I said, was always on a moving stage, on the move. He was been attending multiple centers. He has a waiting period. So all with during this period, he uses the Auditee application. Auditee application is available in mobile, and mobile is handy. It's always on his hand. So he can easily access that. He doesn't have a dependency for coming to the branch and using it. So what does he do? He just logs
I
in.
would like to add just one point here that
Yes.
before Audit 360 application, while even when it is on the move or while he was waiting at some place, while time was available and the information was available and the intention was there, he was not able to put it into action because the laptop or the desktop was not handy. And that is what is being addressed by this app right now. Yes, Ramya.
Yeah, thanks, Santosh. So now let us imagine that we are the Auditee user and the area manager. So he starts this activity by doing the sign off press. There is a first tab on the dashboard is for audits to be signed off. Once you go inside, the landing page has all the audits which are available. We have a sort by option. You can even sort the audits by the date. You can even sort by date. You can sort by audit type. You can start by audit status also. Let's show you how the audit status would look. I'm just clicking on audit status. And if you see, the data gets sorted here. Apart from this, if you see in the screen, there are two screens which are available. One is past and then is an upcoming audit. This gives a clear indication for the auditee user to know which are the audits which are still in progress or which are yet to be actioned. All action items which are already been signed off, or which are the audits which are in review, which are already been finalized, all that come under past audit. In the upcoming audit, in upcoming screen, we get all the audit schedules which are in progress, which are already submitted where action is required. So now the user comes to the upcoming screen where he would need to, now he would, there is a lot of audit which are already been executed. He has a specific use case to go with. So he has, if you see, there is a search option on top of the screen on right hand side. You click on the search. The search option will give you multiple options. We can either give any one of the information. The search consists from and due date. You have a audit type, you have a select auditor, you also have audit status search. So in this case, let us go for an audit start date search where we take a very old audit, because for so many days there were a lot of backlog which was there, and audit sign off was taking delayed. So now with the application, the user wants to clear the old audits first. So he has taken an audit, and the audit type I would select as AML audit, which I would want to first do the sign off as. Then I just select the required audit. I click on search. The moment I give the required information, the relevant search appears on the screen. The schedule will give you the audit type name. It shows who is the auditor, what was the schedule start and end it, what is the current status information is available on screen. On click of the said result, we will be going inside the audit. So once you click this, you could see all the issues which are pertaining to the said schedule listed below. So all the issues which has to be accepted or has to be re-examined will be listed here. As per their normal process, they can do their sign-off process. So let us first do a individual review. I click on loan agreement in branch. So there is an observation which is common, loan agreements in branch. So once we go inside the issue, there is where we could see the info page has been bifurcated into three information. The summary of the issue is being given in the first page, which talks about what group it belongs to, what is an intent, what is the issue definition, what was the relevant to this issue, what was the observation from the auditor will be mentioned in the summary page. And then we have a next page as evidence. If there is an evidence which has been taken by the auditor, we'll be able to we'll be able to see the evidences in the screen. And then we have a remarks. All the remarks will be seen in this section. So all the auditor remarks, as and when you look into the similar schedules in future status, the remarks trail of remarks will be seen here. And if you could see, when moment you are changing between the summary evidence or a remarks, the action button is freeze, so it's easy for the user to read the information and immediately do an action. So now the user is not okay with the loan agreement which has been given. So let's come to the summary and give a comment that we want this to be re-examined. So I'm sharing the comments as need a re-examination here. We just type this. And I also want to give an evidence that why this has to be re-examined. So I go to evidence. I have an option to add a digital evidence. So now if you see, the digital evidence in the mobile allows you an audio evidence or an image or a video. There are three type of evidences which can be allowed here, and all the evidences which get captured will not get saved into the mobile device. And also it would invoke from the camera or a relevant application from within the mobile, and it would not allow any of the data to be fetched from the gallery as well. So we cannot fetch any information from gallery. So all would be a live update which would be given. So let us as an evidence give an image here. So I click on image. I'm capturing an image as an evidence and I'm done. I just say OK. Then if you see, the image has been captured, that the image icon is also shown. And also what you could see is there is the rename which is also been considered. So we need not keep typing the rename, naming the evidences what we captured. Basis the issue we have identified, the rename is also taken care by the application. Now additionally what you could see is, if you would want to see the image once again, you have an I button, you click on I. You can see the image what you have taken once you close this, and you also have a delete icon. So this delete icon will be appearing only for those evidences which are being captured by the Auditee user, and on those, if in case if you have not captured a relevant or a incorrect image over there, the image was not captured properly, in that case you can delete and take one more image if required. So this delete option would appear only for the images which are being captured by the Auditee user. The said user is being captured. Also you see a green dot which appears on the against the evidence. So this gives an indicator that the said evidence is being captured by the user as part of this process. So like, for example, as you all know, that the auditee checks the audit observation which is shared by the auditor. Auditor also shares some observations. In the later of the stage, there is an auditee who gives, then also we have the reviewer who gives the evidences there. So all those evidences, when we are looking at, we will need to have an identification to know which of the evidence is being shared now. So this evidence will give us the green button would give us identification that this image has been captured now and it is part of the current process. And this would be useful for user to know. So now that we have given a comment and also a remarks.
One point here.
Yes, Santosh.
So currently in the Auditors app, these features are not available.
Yes.
So these are feedbacks that you have given us that the auditor, after capturing the image, would like to review it once, and if it is not come according to his liking, he may want to delete. So we listen to you. We not only hear you, we listen to you, and we try and bring in what is required, as per those conversation into the product as well. So the Auditee app, you can see that all of these have come in. What your suggestions have been, uh, you know, put to use. Now, viewing the evidence is possible. Deletion before submission, if that is required, that is possible. And you will see that when the auditor's new app comes, all of these features will be introduced in the auditor's app as well. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, thanks, Santosh. So just to continue, so in this demo, the user wanted to raise this checkpoint for a re-examination. We have given a comment, we have evidence. Now let's click on re-examine. The simple click of re-examine, the issue has been tagged for re-examine. There is a confirmation message which comes up, and once you give an OK, then you would be taken back to the screen where other issues are being listed for the same audit which we were doing the review. Now we saw a single use case. Now we can do a multi-selection. So we have known that, okay, all these issues we are aware of. We'll do a multi-selection of issues. I can either do a select all also, or I can do a single selection. Whichever selection I would want to do, I do a selection and I can click on accept here. So once I accept, there is again a confirmation message and there is a due date which has to be proposed by an auditee. There is a calendar which gets open to give a due date. We just give a due date here and click on OK. So once the due date is done, the acceptance is done, then we click on sign off as a process. So once the sign off is being provided, then the date was not captured. So I'm just re-giving the calendar date here and giving OK. So once all the issues are being attended, whether once the auditee has reviewed and either accepted or clicked on re-examined or signed off, the audits give the overall it gives us a message of sign off main audit, and on a click of sign off main audit, our sign off process for the said audit has been completed and it gives us a confirmation message and gives OK. So every activity you do gives once the activity is done, it comes back to the previous page. So it's easy for the user to move forward. So if you would want to continue with the next search, you should be able to take it up. Now that the area manager has to sign off only this audit, he would want to update the resolutions which has been done in the issue module. So let's come to the issue module. So in the dashboard screen, there is a second tab which talks about the issue module. On click of it, there are issues which are already been putting. So now I would want to, here also we have a sort option, search option. So let's take a sort now. So we have a sort by, and I click, I get an option by, I can search by checkpoint intent, I can search by start date, I can search by audit type, I can search by auditee name or an issue status. So for now, we can just click on issue status to show you how the sort would work. Now we are there, we have done a sort. So here also you could see the issue also has a 3 tabs. What we have done is we have tried bifurcating the list of issues in as per the action pending. So all the issues which are due for a resolution will be under the due option. All the issues which are yet to be resolved and already overdue, those will be part of overdue, where the turnaround time has been, due date has been crossed and but still open for resolution would be there in overdue. All the issues which are resolved would come under the close tab. So it's easy for the user to go to the respective ones and try resolve actioning on the required action. So now let's come to the overdue. Let's imagine the area manager wants to first clear out the overdue issues because they've been pending for quite a long time. Let me just do a sort here by issue status again. The reason why I'm doing for the issue status is I would want to see if there are any reopened or any of the issues. So let me just there's a sort change. I can see if there are any reopened. So let me go for a search now. So there is a audit search. I go to the search. The search issue search also has a similar screen. So let me just, I think. So here I can search by an audit type. I am typing the audit type. I know which audit type I need to do the resolution. So search can be done on the from date, to date, or on by the issue type. So now that I have given the search by the audit type, all the results have come. Also, you could see on the search there is a number which has been appearing. So this gives an indicator that at a search, what level of search we have applied. So here we had given only single search criteria, so it is showing as 1. If I give multiple search information, like I have given by audit type, I have given by date, I have given by status, all that tabs are being used, it gives me how many search criteria has been selected here. The number count would be shown here. So now that we have got a result, we have a list of issues which are there. So let me go to the system reviewer because it was in progress and I was working on it. So let me just go inside this. So here in the checkpoint listing screen, I have information about details about the checkpoint. Then we have evidence. If there was all evidences can be viewed in the evidence tab. And then we have remarks. All the remarks, the trail of remarks will be part of the remark section. And if there is a due date change option which has been enabled as a subscription, and those changeover can also be tracked here. And now let us come to the detail. Let us go through the information available. So we have an information about the issue. What was the issue? We know what was the issue which was working on. Now let us update the issue. Let's scroll down and give our resolution what we were able to mention. So we will mention that system review has been completed. Let us give the information as system review completed. So now let us I've given the comments and I've go to the evidence. I have to give a proof of evidence that this issue has been resolved. So let us take an image. Here also all the places where we have evidence allows the three evidences to be taken. I am taking the evidence of the image to show it as part of the checklist. And as I mentioned earlier, even in the issue module, the images which has been taken for the respective action has a green band. It also view access. It also has a delete option. I can just click on delete and again retake the image. So let me just click on delete. There is a confirmation message which comes and you confirm. It gets removed from the listing screen. Now again, I initiate the evidence. I take the image once again as a proof of evidence and show as an attachment here. So now that I have given the proof of evidence, I have given the remarks, I will click on resolve so that this resolved issue can go to the respective user for, so I have to click on resolve. So now that we have, let me just cancel for now. So this was a use case. Now the user was on the move, has updated the resolution, has updated the sign off as well. Now there's one more use case which we also had tried when we had this application. So what happened was there is a manager at a warehouse who manages the complete a large warehouse. He has got lot of stocks. He has got lot of members who's been working, and they have a single system which is there where using that system all the operation level information are being updated. But one fine day, the system which is there in the warehouse, there was a laptop and a desktop, both got corrupted and they were not able to log in. They have raised and complain with their team that they are not able to log in to the system which has been provided to them. So but however, there was no delay which was there was no delay from the warehouse manager to send all the audit observation. The warehouse manager was able to send all the audit observation by using this application. So now let us see how he was able to use. So let's go to the again to the issue sign off process. So we go to the search. In this search, let us go with an audit type where we would want to do the sign off for Go Green Warehouse audit. So I'm giving a Go Green Warehouse audit. I've given the search. So I've selected the required audit name. So I'm just giving only single selection. If you see on the search, only one is been there. So I have two audits which are to be signed off, which are in submitted stage. I have information about the audit information. So let me just first take up the 10th August audit. So that because the first in, first out, let me just clear. So there we have three processes under which the sign off has to happen. Let me just go inside. So we go on to the warehouse infrastructure. There is an issue. I'll just review those issue. As a warehouse manager, he'll just select the issue and click on accept. We come inside the information. We are clicking on accept now. So just we do a selection with different groups. Go to the warehouse register. This has already been attended. So I'm just seeing all the issues have been already attended. And I do a select here on the first one, which is pending, and click on accept. Now let's do a sign off. Okay, so there's some issue. Let me just log in once again. So I'm in the user page. I'm giving a captcha. I'm entering, logging inside. Let me just quickly put the OTP. Yeah, so let's go to the audit sign off. I'm going to the same audit of Go Green. Select the audit type as Go Green. So I've selected a Go Green. I'm giving on search. The first audit, let me just take, which is 27th August. Let me just click on this warehouse infrastructure and give a select all, and let me quickly sign off the audit. Let me click on sign off. Okay, I think I'm facing some problem here. So let us just come back to the issue module and let us do a resolution. So the warehouse manager was facing some problems. Let us come back to the issues. Let us update the issues which has been updating. Just logging in once again. An OTP. Yeah, let's go to the issue module. So let us resolve the issue. So I have a specific use case to be where I have to finish all the resolutions to be updated. I'm going to the search. I'm going for the audit type as NHV warehouse audit. So once I enter the required information, I select the audit here. So I've selected the audit type. Then I'm coming, I want the auditor to be also given. So I'll go back to the search. So I can even select the auditor I want to give as Abhishek here, so that I choose only the issues which is of particular audit schedule. So if then I give on search, if you see here on the search, there is a count which has been increased. So there is an showing as the 2 as the count here. So now we have one issue. I'm going inside this issue. I verify all the information details provided, and then basis the resolution, I give the updates. So I come scroll down and give my resolution comment here. That cross continuation prevention. This has been resolved. We can mention this. Then I click on evidence. I have to give an evidence. Let me just give a evidence. Select an image for a demo purpose and giving an evidence now. I'm just selecting this evidence and clicking on respond. So I'm giving my action as respond because the expected action over here was a respond information. So I've just successfully updated this. Okay. So my issue resolution is being complete here. So this is how the issue resolution or the sign-off process we do. But over and above this, there are many other features which this application has. So let me just take through this. So this is a landing page which I spoke about, which has a dashboard, and it also has a messages. So all the notifications or a reminder messages which comes here will be part of the dashboard. All the unread message or the recent messages would be listed here. If you would want to have access, you can just will click on the second or the third images. There is a message which has come on the open and overdue issue. If you see the open and overdue issue, what are the issues which were been pending, those reminder notification can be read over the application itself. So the message here, the messages holds up to 100 messages can be loaded into it, and through a scroll, once we scroll down on the messages, the whatever the information available would be seen in this. So there is a scroll which gets only or the messages, it gets scrolled so that your complete dashboard is not moving here. Now let us come to the profile screen. So there's a 3-line burger icon. When you click on that icon, we have a profile screen. Profile has a image and the user detail, and the role is also been mentioned here as Auditee. Then we have My Audits, which is through the profile also you can directly access to the My Audits. Once you click on that, you would be landing actually to the list of audit schedules which are there. Then we similarly have issue module. Issue module is a screen where there are issues which issues can be resolved, which we recently just now we saw the access. So we can either access through a profile or through a dashboard. We can easily access to the required action. Then we have a policy and document. Policy and document is the feature which talks about whatever policy being updated here can be viewed by the auditee, and this is a common feature which is available for all the roles. So let us see how we can see the information. The policy and document, on click of it, it takes you to the page, the landing page of policy document. All the policies which are being uploaded into the Auditee 60 application would be available here, and you can click on any of the policy which you would like to read. You can just click on the policy, required policy, and you could see the details of the information. Let us click the COVID December instruction. The first, so I would want to see what are the details. If you would like to view, you click on view document. Otherwise, you have the information of description. You know who has been approved it, what is the document circulation, who was when was it uploaded. All that information is part of this application, and this is how the policy and documents would appear. So now let's come to the landing page. Then we have messages like I mentioned, the my audits and issue. The messages also through the profile page. We can go to the messages and check what all the messages we have. Then we have a settings. Settings, when you click on setting, you have multiple option here. There are some of the feature which are yet to be completely developed because it's a beta version. We have few information. The first portion, what you see is available. You will be able to give the image. You can change the password. You have changed password option. You can click on it and you can do it. And then you have you can update the MPIN. So let me just click on the update MPIN. Let's click on the update MPIN to show you. It is very simple. You have to just enter whatever the MPIN you would want to give. You give your MPIN and the MPIN gets updated successfully. Then let me just come back to the settings. In again, we have a change picture where you can change your profile picture also here. And we can even choose the mode of our application, whether you want a light or a dark mode. On move of the toggle, your power saving mode would get enabled. And this is as per the preferences, the user will be able to use this, whether you want light or a dark mode. And other than this, the application is on default in English language. And we are soon coming up into a multilingual where you can choose the required language. For now, we are showing with English and Hindi. You can choose whichever language you want, but for now we are default, we are giving it at an English language. We're also working on coming up with event log, all the activities happening at this particular application. We can have a event log. Once we are moving to the offline mode, so data sync backup option, all that will be made available as part of the system setting. So this can help for enrich the more experience of the application usage. So this is on the settings screen. So coming back to the profile screen, then we have last option of, because it's an application, you have a logout option which is available. So this is on the Auditee app. So these are the feature which we had been demonstrated. So if you have any queries on this application or on the feature, I would like to add one more point of all the features and module which are part of the current web application is made available in mobile application. So it is easy for any of the Auditee user to seamlessly update all their activities in this application. So if you have any queries, please do write to us on Q&A section. There was a question, I think, which already Santosh has.
Can the image be viewed before upload? The image view is not before upload, it is immediately after upload, but before submission. So once the image is uploaded, it can be viewed. If it is fine, you can proceed with the submission, that is the acceptance or whatever is the action under which the image needs a submission. If you're not happy, you can delete and add a new image. Ramya, do you also want to show the profile and other MPIN and related features?
Yeah, we just showed now, Santosh. We showed the. I will come to the profile screen. I think we'll keep it on profile screen, and I think it would be easy. Any queries, please do write to us in the Q&A section. We would also request you to give feedback or as well. So your feedback basis, all your feedbacks only we have come up with this wonderful application. So all your feedback is much needed, and we are happy to receive that and work on it.
I think there are no more questions. No, there are no more questions. So I don't think there is anything specific that we need to look at. Just reiterating the fact that we have a free preview of this application available, and that's available till the 15th. I encourage all of you to get your Auditee users to experience the application, and I'm very sure that it will be beneficial. Ramya, there is one question now that is about, can the allocate issue be done using mobile app? Currently, it cannot be. That is the answer. But soon these features will also come to the mobile app. Currently, allocate issue can be done only on the web.
Santosh, I have responded to that message.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I was just telling that I was requesting the users to make use of this application because it's free. I think you should all do a trial version and seeing how useful it is. And I'm sure it would be a great help to all. And if you're interested in going for the subscription, please get in touch with the respective relationship managers.
Fine, I guess then I think we are good. If you think you're going to ask your Auditee users to try out this application, it is very much possible. Please go ahead and do it. We shall be available for any help or support that these Auditee users require with the app. It is self-explanatory. It is simple, especially for someone who has worked on the Audit 360 web app. The mobile app is self-explanatory. Having said that, if there is anything that you want or the Auditee users want help with, we'll always be available. I think, Ramya, then we can conclude the call as there are no more questions. Before we end, I wish to thank each one of you for having joined this session. Really appreciate, and as usual, I request you to please keep sharing your feedback with us. And also, if you have any suggestions for upcoming webinars, any topic that you would like us to cover. Thank you everybody. Really appreciate your time. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you all.